Hi everyone, my name's Mark Quinn. I'm a cross-border tax advisor and chartered financial planner based in Portugal. I've been an expat here myself coming up to 8 years now, and in that time I've helped expats from all over the world plan for their new life here in Portugal. In this video, I'm going to focus specifically on visa options that are available to UK nationals now that the UK has left the EU. I've done a more detailed video in this area and I'll put a link to that video in the description below. But up until the 31st of December 2020, British nationals were still considered EU citizens, and as such they had an automatic right to come and reside anywhere in the EU. From the end of last year, that right ceased, and therefore as British citizens we have several options. We generally have to go through some sort of visa process to establish our residency rights here. And Portugal offers quite a few different residency options, but the key visa options that most people find of interest are the D2 visa, D7 visa and Golden visa. And I've put these into two separate tracks. We have the Golden visa on one track, and then we have the D2 and D7 visa on another track. And I've done that because the D2 and D7 visa share similar characteristics that are quite distinct from the Golden visa route. And I think this is best illustrated if we look at this comparison table I've prepared.
So I've put the three visa routes onto two separate tracks, as you can see here, the blue track and the golden track. Now, before looking at the differences, let's look at the similarities. You can see all three visa routes allows you to bring your family here to live with you in Portugal. It allows permanent residency, citizenship, and neither route requires language sufficiency unless you ultimately want to apply for citizenship. Income tax is neutral, as is social security. And all three visa routes are gateways into the non-habitual residency scheme, which is the 10-year tax-free scheme that I've looked at in a separate video. The key difference lies, however, in the cost versus flexibility trade-off. And we can see that firstly in the minimum investment requirement. So on the Golden visa route, we have quite a high minimum investment at €280,000 compared with the other two visa options where effectively you don't have any minimum investments. But the flip side of that is that on the Golden visa route, you have a very little minimum time spent in Portugal. So you can be here for as little as 14 days in years 1 and 2 and 21 days in years 3 to 5. If we compare that with the other two visa options, you have to be here generally for 6 months, and then that brings you into tax residency issues. We can also see on the fee side, the Golden visa fees are quite high. And if you're looking at a couple with children, they could be as high as €50,000. Whereas the D7, D2 visas are very low fees relatively speaking. So as I say, it comes down to a cost versus flexibility trade-off. On the Golden visa route, you're paying more in terms of fees and minimum investments, but it does give you the flexibility to come and go as you please. The D7 and D2 visas, on the other hand, have low minimum investment requirements and relatively low fees, but you are making more of a time commitment to Portugal, especially on the tax residency issue. And that might not be a bad thing, especially with the non-habitual residency programme, but you need to do a careful individual analysis of your own affairs to see how that would work for your specific situation. The other key point there is that on the Golden visa route, there are changes occurring from the 1st of January 2022. And again, I've done a separate video, which I'll link in the description below, where you can learn about those changes in more detail.
So I hope you found this overview useful. If so, I'd be grateful if you could subscribe to my channel and also like the video. It would be really appreciated. I'm also going to be doing much more detailed written guides. And again, I'll put a link to those in the description below with a link to my website shortly. Also, if you have any suggestions for content that you'd like me to do, just please leave a comment below and I'll do my best to incorporate that into future videos. See you soon. Bye bye.